Ting Warcraft Invitational. Pretty sick title had here. Sky apparently doesn't just play some good Warcraft, he makes some good gear. He gave me a mouse last time I went to Shanghai, and I've been using it for a little bit, and it feels pretty good. Okay. It's an interesting mouse. Like, you can dismount it a little bit, you can remove one of the cable that connects it to the computer. Yeah, I was very surprised. I was like, whoa. Hey, it feels good as well. So definitely thanks to them again for sponsoring us here in this tournament. But we need to get back to business here. 120 is now up 2-1 against Life, who finally fights back.
Yeah, exactly. And with the mind of a former pro player, I have to ask you, of course, if you start a series by losing your own map and losing the second one as well, then winning the third and heading into a break. So I don't know. What's the feeling for Life now? I mean, he must be feeling pretty happy to know that he can win at least one map, I guess. Like, he must, yeah, for sure. Like, after a game like this, especially the way it went. But at the same time, you need to stay realistic. It's very important. Like, even when it's going well for you, like, sometimes pro gamers, they even keep it a little bit too real. Like, sometimes they're literally winning and they're like, I'm playing so bad because I made this mistake and this mistake. In this case, the game went well for Life, but like I mentioned, it's a very good map for creeping. And there were a lot of things that I think helped him in his game. Getting rune bracers as well. Obviously was pretty huge, so he shouldn't get too overconfident as well, you know, from just winning this, but he made some good adjustments. Going Panda was good. Yeah. Really, like, the whole way he went about playing this map, I think, was very, very good. Yeah, the timing of the expansion was a bit better as well, going for it twice, and that worked, and this time the game starts and we don't have the bug again. It is Amazonia, and especially players from Europe like Warcraft Ridge, Foggy, Sonic, they love this map, especially in this matchup, so it's kind of a weird choice by 120 to go for AZ. I'm not so sure about it, but we're going to see. He will have a solution for that, and we all know that he has some tricks on AZ. Maybe going for his mercenary camp creep again, which was something that he played against, who was it? Was it Lynn in the group stage? I'm not so sure. He did it versus Foggy as well on this map. Went here with a DK and some skeletons and crept the big renegade with it, which is a big pile of experience and a great item. Yeah. But of course, it's super risky. If Life knows about this, if Life scouts this and punishes it, that's gonna be hard. Yeah, and Life is very good at scouting as well. Like I mentioned, these wisps always being on some of these trees that you basically can't attack with just melee units, so he's gonna have a lot of vision a lot of the time, but a mer camp on his side of the map, if he misses it and then 120 actually goes for that, could be a crazy way to start this game. 120 though, he had, like, again, the epic game against Foggy, I think, on this map. Oh, so yes. He must, right now, this guy must have so much confidence going into all of those series with the way that he's been playing. He came out of a group with 3 orcs, and then he dismantled Foggy, and now he's up 2-1 against Life. Like, he must be feeling it right now. He must be feeling like he's bound to take on TH000 in the grand finals tomorrow. Yeah, and that with not too much tournament experience. As we mentioned, he's only 20 years old. We met him the first time in 2014 at WCA in Yinchuan, where he was still called Terra and wasn't really a big name, and we didn't see anything that great from him. Like, he dropped out on the group stage, but his progress from 2014 to 2015 was already insane. And then we saw GCS in January, his standout performance where he went into the finals, lost to Infi then. But that was his breakthrough, and he continues to amaze in 2016. Definitely the most improved player we have in the scene right now. It's crazy to see these young guys on a game as old as this, and in a game where the pro scene and top players are so established as well. Like, you would think that this guy, nobody would ever come close to even being able to compete with them. But to see, like, a new player, like 120 in particular, I think that's also true for Life, but for 120, like, to come out of nowhere like this for me, you know, and to beat guys like Lin and stuff in Undead vs Orc, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, this guy is like his own one-man revolution guy. Like, this is insane. And the cool thing about him is, you would assume that he is just playing Warcraft like the entire time, but no, he is a semi-pro in Hearthstone, he's finishing his studies as well, and he plays Warcraft on the top level, so this guy is absolutely insane. Natural talent, as good as it gets, but the DK is in trouble already, getting caught here by the Demon Hunter, losing a lot of HP. As we praise him, he almost dies. Yeah. What is going on? He's kind of falling apart. He's gonna go for one of these archers that was ensnared by these mercenaries there. I'm gonna have to pull out of there here. That wasn't the greatest start here.
Yeah, maybe he can get us around to force the step. Something is
Must be lagging. I think,
yeah, it's lagging for
we
us
see
as
quite
well.
a few ourselves.
Spikes and
Maybe NetEase is a little bit laggy. Hopefully not gonna affect the games too much.
I think they are experienced enough that they pause the game when it's too bad.
Yeah, they should. Because I think we can't. We're not refs here.
I think we are.
We are?
Yeah. If it's fine for them,
Yeah,
then why
if you
not?
see some more, then don't hesitate to pause. Make sure that it's fine until we go again. We don't want lags to affect these games. It's been some amazing ones here so far. It's quite cool actually to be able to watch games of, you know, Chinese, Korean, European all play together. Like obviously, I'm not gonna go as far as saying that it was lag-free the whole way, but it was possible. There was a time where it wouldn't even be considered in Warcraft 3 for these matches to happen, unless they were offline, in which case you play on LAN.
And we saw a few Europeans taking maps off of Chinese, for example, Anima in the group stage against Infi even. So now the DK starts his creeping.
You also won a map against Moon as well.
Exactly. Okay, that's the circlet again. Second rod of Necromancy already bought. As I mentioned before, the Skeleton's his best friend. And the Graveyard is in time with the Huntress Hall here. Yes. So in Warcraft now we have like a plague going around that the Night Elves tend to forget their Huntress Halls like every single time. Not live, not here, not today. Oh, the coil misses.
He's
2
gonna finish
HP.
it.
Yeah, with the ghoul here.
But the items is gonna be for the Demon Hunter that can. I mean, you can't even go for the surround here. You're gonna lose your Death Knight. That start was terrible. Demon Hunter got so much momentum now that the Death Knight basically started the game with no hit points.
That's indeed not so good. He has to stay on Blight to get that additional HP regeneration of 2 hit points per second. And there's so much pressure from life again. That's his game. He gets the coil this time. So pretty equal on XP here. Tech is finished for life now, so we will see a Naga most likely, I think, to keep up the pressure. Or is he going for Panda again? It worked well on TS, and there's plenty of spots, so it is a Panda.
Yeah.
All right. Did he move the Engine of War anywhere? Oh, there it is, in the middle of the map.
Yeah, gonna be going. Usually, this is the obvious spot, right? That you go for when you've got that Panda, and you're going for this. We've seen actually a lot of undeads trying to creepjack this location to make sure that they chase the archers away and really slow down that creeping here for something like a Panda. But again, because the Death Knight took so much damage, that would make it very difficult for him to actually go for this. So we see 120 going for that level 5 creep here across the map to try and lockbox greater Tome of greater mana potion, but he gets the Rune Bracer, probably the absolute worst item, or one of the worst.
Yeah, against Night Elf, you don't want that. So...
Unless there is a Warden.
yeah,
with Shadow Strike.
Of course.
And then you write, GG Lowlight, leave the game.
So I don't think the Engine of War creep here was the perfect thing, because if he would have gone for the natural, then he could continue with the Merc camp pretty quickly afterwards. Now, he doesn't really know what to do or where to go. He wants to pressure, and 1-0. This is so risky, going for his natural now. Scroll of the Beast is not the ideal thing. He loses a ghoul here.
Yeah, just before Coil was used here, one of those ghouls were taken out here by the Demon Hunter, so nice job by Life, who's gonna pull back before overextending or chasing units that he can't really snipe and go right back to creeping here across the map.
Very risky creeping by 1-0, but he got rewarded with level 3 on his DK. In the meantime, the Panda found level 2. Yeah, but where to go next? Maybe to the shop. He wants level 3 before the first fight. Dryads are coming out. Of course, more Dryads will follow, and we see the Bear Adept upgrade as well. Is he doing this trick again? Going for Coil Nova on the Renegade. Wants to snipe the item here, but DK tanks a lot of damage. Now shifting the focus. And Row of the Magi. That's nice.
Yeah. It would be nice to see Death Knight above half hit points here for once, but like at some point he's gonna want to slow down a little bit.
Yep.
That guy needs some rest. He's working at overtime.
He's living on the edge. He likes the thrill of being hurt. Kind of like an emo, I think. But all right, it is the shop for the Panda level 3 on the Demon Hunter as well. That's
he's like Remo, working so hard but not getting the recognition. He's gonna hate me. I'm just kidding, man. Actually, that's a praise, right? I'm saying he's not getting the recognition he deserves.
That's true. Here comes another Nova. Can he get us a round off the slow? No, he doesn't. And What's the next step for 120 here? Ghoul Frenzy is cute. Destroyer upgrade not finished yet, I think.
Where's the Boneyard?
Not here yet. Amazonia, usually okay map. Okay, here comes the Sacrificial Pit. Oh, okay, you got it already, so there's the Boneyard. But the Panda gets so much time.
He's gonna get level 3 super fast here in this game. Or like fast enough, I guess. Maybe a good item too if you can find
Greater
one.
healing.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, against the nuke, of course, but I think he plays a dual hero, right? No sign of a Naga here. Maybe he thinks she's too squishy at the later stages. And now there's not too many...
I mean, there's still a lot of camps to creep, right? Like, if you could get a Naga and get her to high level faster, but then what would the Death Knight and Lich become? It kind of feels like out of rhythm.
Yeah.
Might still get her, like... I wouldn't put it past him to have like triple nuke available, some slowdown capability. Much like, you know, there is this rule when you play human against Night Elf. If you face a demon, you will almost always get Naga second. And if not, then you can go into anything else, Mountain King, whatever. And it feels like it applies a little bit to Undead as well. Not as much, obviously. It's not as extreme. And by that, I mean even as third for the Naga. Oh, that Sentry Ward.
Oh, gets killed. They reveal
Easy
that
snipe.
now. He should know that there's a ward now. Does he have dust? Nope, he doesn't. I think it's not worth the purchase. And here's the expansion once again. And that early mid-game went super fine for Live. This is 120's map choice once again. Panda's level 3, Demon Hunter's level 3. Good items. And not too much left to creep, I think. Yeah, there are a few dots here, but this one is creeped, this one is creeped, this one is creeped. So it's basically only the red spots left, and they are so hard to take.
Yeah, I think not having vision from a shade here and having lost that one, really throwing off 120. He's not sure whether he should go forward, if he's going to be able to land a creep jack, and I think he's going to get there too late here for this one. Demon Hunter, though, not in the healthiest position, and this is just pre-orb and staff. I don't think he has staff yet, does he?
Nope.
No. Yeah, so this could be a good time to fight.
Yeah, the position,
Especially if he has energy on the destroyers.
the 1-0 positioning is pretty good for Ghouls remaining to
-10.
tank the damage, but okay.
You know when this happens, you know what you do? You write -10. I used to do that a bunch. Immediately after I use Water Elemental, if I got burnt, I would write like -2, -3.
Mana where? Mana low? Oh, the Lich!
he
What's the
walked
Lich
back in
doing?
there. Coil.
Bit out of position. He's still slowed, catching a lot of hits, but now the Savior
So
comes
you want to
in.
slow people? Oh, he attacks a wisp. I was like, where's the Frostworm going? He could have slowed actually quite a bit here and done better, but didn't necessarily want to take the fight head on here. So 120 just evacuates here for now.
Was an okay position, I think, with a tree right here where he could save the Lich, the worm, the flying Lich. And yeah, more experience. Can he get the Lich level 3? Oh no, he's far away. And the expansion man, it's up. Just waiting for it. And this gold mine, 20,000 gold in it.
Yeah, we haven't seen a single trader, I think, yet.
That's right. No shredder, no no zappers.
He thought he had enough food here, no matter what, already. It's not like Dryads and Bears are like super wood heavy, like they're not cheap either in it, but...
Yeah, he can live with it for now, but here comes another creep jack a little too late, but the position could be good for him because there's no backwards kiting with the Frostworm here because he's with his back against the wall, and yeah, forces the town portal. Another 350 gold gone from 120's bank. And that was the right timing. He broke upkeep now, so that's going to be really expensive.
Forcing a TP here is very important because that's something that's 120 is not going to have later. You see, like we call it an all-in in StarCraft.
Yeah.
Basically, you go across the map, you commit everything that you've got to one single fight. It either works or it doesn't. Earlier on Terrana's stance, it didn't, and that's when Life started basically turning things around when he started to win that first big fight. So I think he's going to want to look to try and do the same thing here.
So what I really like about Life is that he adds 2 Moonwells and the Engine of War to his expansion because he knows that's going to be the one point where 120 will attack. And so he has healing, he has mana regeneration, he has a wood shield in front of him that tanks some damage. I like that. 64 food versus 70. And here comes the push of 1-2-0. He has a scroll of the beast. He has a heal scroll. On the other side, we have a big healing.
The Moonwells are really nice to have here,
Yeah.
actually. That could save one of his heroes here, potentially. And Life is going to get right in there as the Enchanter Force is being attacked. He's trying to buy himself a little bit of time to have more units. I think it's 70 supply to about the same
Tinker
70
third.
as well.
Tinker third.
Yeah, we saw that already once before, where it's basically he wants to have some more tanking capability with Pocket Factory and that Tinker standing in the front. And even if he gets sniped and forces a mana burn, that's something less that's going to be used on other heroes. Those wisps detonating on the Death Knight Lich and even the statue here.
The Death Knight has still a lot of mana though. Lich leveling up to level 3, but he's completely dry. Level 4 on the Panda and Brewmaster, but he gets rid of all the bears once again. The Dryad seem to be in a good position. I think he can snipe them all. Level 4 though. Tinker almost up to level 2. He killed so many bears here. Will this be the 3-1? Oh, go ahead. Gets a worm. Nice pickup for 1-0. And this is his time to shine now. The bears are all gone. The Panda has some problems though. The Moon Juice is gone.
He might have to
has
TP.
the TP. Yeah, can he swap something? No. He portals out and not to his expo to reset the fight, but to his natural. And that gives 1-0 so much time to attack this tree.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it, but behind this, he might be forced to take a fight that I don't think he particularly wants to take because he's kind of running out of steam, he's running out of mana, the statues not even that healthy themselves, and Life is actually going to come in from behind, save his tree as well. He's getting in there furiously. I guess having an invul and a greater healing is definitely going to make you think you're invincible.
The Panda is exposed though. He is quite tanky with 1k HP. Hits the Night Breath of Fire, basically everything. And the Destroyers and Worms, they can't do nothing here. The A-Bomb is definitely going to go down. The Fiend is going to go down. There's no coil anymore. Nice block attempt, but he says no. 56 food versus 54, and the expansion is still running. Oh, he left the heavy air here.
Well, that's
to deny
some
the
next
Entangled
level.
Gold Mine. Once again, so good.
That's some next level gargoyle snipe of the gold mine. Yeah.
True.
The gargoyle has been upgraded to a frostworm.
Oh boy, what a game again. So close. 4-3-1. Okay, he didn't make it to level 2. So far, the Pocket Factory, I don't think that effective.
Yeah, he did what he was supposed to. I think that he was behind enough already that it was very hard for 120 to win this fight anyway. Now he's working again on his composition. Considering Frostworms can't attack this and destroy us either, I don't think he should be trying to crit this right now.
Nope, it's
Orb
getting
or
clipped.
not.
2 worms again. But of course, it's always dangerous. The creeps might change their mind, and that's exactly what they do now. Panda has full mana, full health again. So he gets that 1 rock golem, thanks to the Lich. Oh no, he doesn't finish it. Uses the Nova on the Demon Hunter as long as there's mana. Demon Hunter versus DK. Where the Undead once again has to run away. 59 versus 70, big supply advantage for the Night Elf here. Breath of Fire hits again the entire army, but now the Panda's in trouble. Swaps the big healing potion, has to use it soon. I think Coil uses it immediately, but now there's only 1 Invo potion remaining for the Demon.
Yeah, but 120 is doing 120 things here. He's savaging the situation, keeps on pulling back and then re-engaging. All he needs is for the Night Elf player to kind of run out of steam, and then a Core Nova could snipe his units and heroes. But in this case, Life pulled back very nicely himself, turns around finally, another Breath of Fire and Mana Burn is gonna land. And the Rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter was not even close to being
DK
removed.
kills him with a crit of the Panda, who gets to level 5 and calls for the GG. Woohoo! That was one strong defense.
Yeah.
I mean, defending, deflecting this all-in push at his expansion with the help of the Moon Juice and everything, keeping his expansion alive, and then go for a counter push like that, kiting him through the entire left side of the map. And that crit was, of course, a little lucky. 1-0 didn't calculate that.
Yeah, I mean, Life was gonna win, I think, almost no matter what anyway, but the momentum here is shifting away from 120. And just like that, Life brings it back 2-2. And we're gonna be heading to
Echo Isles.
Echo Isle now, so okay. Cool. Sounds good. Some Ancient of War creeping on the menu. Some more ghouls being made. The Echo Isle is actually a very different map than most maps. Like if 120 wanted to do something crazy here, maybe he could expand like pretty early or like much earlier than in most maps where as Undead you won't expand, period. So a lot of possibilities. I hope we see something maybe a little bit different. But the fact that it's 2-2 already makes me happy because we are not going to have 2 super one-sided series. A 4-2 is Definitely better than a 4-1 in
Yeah.
terms of how many games we get to see.
It's as close as it gets between the two most talented players we have in the current Warcraft scene. 19 years old, 20 years old, and they are shaking up the scene so good. Can you remember...
Playing against a bunch of 30 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Can you remember a Chinese night elf that was as good as live? Because, of course, the Koreans had a lot of great night elves.
Yeah.
The Chinese always had a great human side of the map.
I don't know if most people would know them, but I guess in their time, like the best Chinese night elves that we had, or that were considered best Chinese night elves, were like Magic Yang early on,
Yeah.
and then Suho.
Sai, but he was never that great. They were
Yeah.
never top tier level. Magic Yang
Sai was a cheeser.
Magic Yang back then invented the talent strategy and won second place at the first WCG. Not so sure about it, but yeah, that might be the most successful player of Chinese Night Elves. But here's live. Might take the crown after, I don't know, 13
There's
years.
probably more that we can't think of, even though, like, these are the main guys that I remember.
Yeah, it was always humans for China, and of course TD and Fly.
Yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
never a great.
I didn't even remember Sai, actually. That tavern hero abuser. No, I remember him.
Was he playing for WNV?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy,
With
these
Shouty.
clan wars back then with WNV lasting 9 hours,
They had Czech, they had Fov as well for some time.
and it was where TH had his big breakthrough under the WNV banner. V Bad Girl was their manager. Oh man,
Who?
V Bad Girl.
Oh,
Yeah, she was special. But all right, Echo Isles. And yeah, that's of course a specialty on Echo Isles. I don't know if you are aware of it, but you listen to a lot of Back to Warcraft casts, so I think you are. Only one shop at this map. So who has shop control might win the game, of course.
yeah, but don't you think that healing scrolls here are a lot less relevant?
Healing scrolls, yeah, but the info potions are really
Yeah.
important.
True. But like, I think you in a Night Elf against Orc,
Yeah.
against Talents, like
Yeah.
healing scrolls basically will decide the game in that one shop.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's definitely a lot less impactful. Although, yeah, obviously those invulns, whoever can get them, they're going to be pretty nice to have.
This could also be a potential good Warden map. Level 3 is so easy, and then hunting down the Death Knight with Shadow Strike is possible, but very unlikely. We rarely see a Warden from live, especially against Undead. So once again, 1-0, watching the replays, looking what he did wrong, and he'll see, all right, wasn't the best timing to attack, I think. Because we saw...
The start was just a disaster, right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
his Death Knight got bashed to death, like he almost fell, so it's just wasn't ideal. Like from there, it's very hard to recover. Like for a bad start in Warcraft 3 is one of the worst things that can happen to you, because coming back is just so difficult against somebody that's solid, that's got the micro, that's got the vision of exactly how he needs to go about winning that game. So in this case, like Death Knight fell very low on hit points, and then from there, like it's very hard to recover, really.
Life is writing something, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
That's a smiley.
Okay, so he says, all right, okay. Okay, have fun. Someone is not ready. Ready, please. Okay.
The joys of using the software. Actually,
Okay,
it's funny. You're the one who's not ready usually sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of forget about that. But I have to do a lot of production on the Back to Warcraft streams, and now we have two very cool dudes who do that for us. And now life is ready. Okay. There we go. Whew, 5th game. The winner of this map has match points. And
Yeah.
the game starts.
Going to be a very important map here on Echo Isle. I'm a little bit surprised actually to see these maps, some of them being played this late. Like the last 3 maps are Echo Isle, Twisted Meadows, and Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, oh yeah.
Usually in the best of 3, they're the 3 maps you play.
Yeah,
What went
indeed.
wrong here?
All right, game is up.
They're super delayed, I guess, with those picks here, saving them for last, choosing to play on the newer maps. I guess they are newer players, right, here technically, so maybe they are more used of those new maps than the old school guys, because I know, like, I'm all about Echo Isle, Twisted Meadows, and Turtle Rock all day.
Yeah, they've been
All
around
day.
since the start, basically. All right, here we go again. The upper left, we have live, 19 years old, Hao Yan from China, obviously. Not qualified for WCA yet, not qualified for GCS yet, but 2 silver medals this year with the Mo Cup and Robam, both finals lost to TH. But he seemed to be very nervous, and the more tournaments he plays, the better he gets. He was selected by China to play in Team China at WCA China vs Korea Clan War. He did well, played a lot of big matches on the big stage. It's of course a lot of experience that he got there. So this guy is becoming a beast. On the other side, 1-2-0. What has not been said about this guy? An absolute phenomenon, the best undead player since TED in 2012, where he won WCG. 2 silver medals in GCS, and now ready to take map number 3 on his side.
And by the way, guys, I just got an update on the coupons still left available on Matcherino. It's 38 left, so make sure you, if you haven't done it yet, that you go to the page, you press the donate button, and then in the coupon case, you basically type in Ting, T-I-N-G, and that will add $1. We've got $38 left to be added, at least from this, if you guys do it now. So thanks to everybody who did it. And hopefully we can keep that going. Demon Hunter here every single time from life. He's given up on Warden. He's all about that guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. We see that from a lot of Night Elf players. When it's a really tense and tight situation, they have more trust in their Demon Hunter than they have in the Warden.
You know, sometimes I read the chats, and sometimes I see the funniest stuff. This one guy. Where is it? Oh, he lost it. Okay, this one guy just said 120 needs to bust out the Dreadlord.
Well, that would be cool for sure. Somehow played a Dreadlord third against Night Elf to sleep the Demon Hunter and get rid of mana burn, but I can't remember who that was. Not too long ago.
Usually you sleep the Panda, I guess, a bit more, but if they are Dryads, like, that's going to be removed very fast. The first ghoul is going to get chased, but gets coiled at the last second because he didn't go for Aura here this time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Why would you go for coil here?
Maybe he waited, and then he saw the demon coming, and he's like, okay, I need this coil.
Once again, very aggressive Demon Hunter here. He gets support from archers, and even more archers here. There's a Wisp to detonate the skeletons. And yeah, tech just started. You can't go for the Acolytes, of course. Once again, a nice wall-off. And I don't really think he can fight against this, but of course he keeps the DK from creeping, which always seems to be 1-2-0's primary thing to do. Like, get level 2 as fast as possible for the Aura or the Coil, and then go for the harass. Like, 90% of the undead players, they harass with the DK when the Night Elf is creeping, and then go for the 5 or 6 ghoul push. But 1-2-0 is just different, and he's successful with it.
I feel like if you play, no matter what race you play, there's definitely VODs in this tournament that you need to watch, and with a notebook, and then write down everything that you can see in terms of timings, like when to put down stuff, what hero to go for, and you're going to be learning a lot for sure here. I know I have, like, even across multiple races, like obviously most people, pretty much everybody. Oh, wait, can you get that?
Has no mana, but Frostmourne hungers, didn't get it. Demon Hunter got it.
You could have trapped him. Okay, well, I guess Death Knight would have taken a lot of damage, so Demon Hunter gets out. Yeah, as I was saying, everybody plays one race, so there's always going to be that bias where, like, also you pay more attention when one race is playing to try and learn, but in this case, even like in Undead, like, I guess I have some sort of pretty good idea. Even if I was to play an Undead against Night Elf, what to do now, because I've seen 120 play. I'd probably fail horribly and not be nearly as good, but it's good to have at least an idea, right?
Especially the match Lin versus 1-2-0. That was one of the best games we've had this year. That was by both sides tremendous and extraordinary stuff that I think everybody can learn from. And this is the timing usually for the 6 ghoul push, but as you see, he's not going towards the Night Elf base. He stays safe, and he calls the timeout now. The ping doesn't seem to be that great for him. It's around midnight, I think, in China now. Maybe a little later.
I wonder what internet provider he has, because I know that when I lived there, there was like this one provider that within China was like incredibly good.
Okay.
Jianshin, it's called. And the other one is like kind of good with the rest of the world, but terrible with China, which, like, if you think about it, it's like really weird the way it works. So I wonder.
Might be limited by whatever's around him. I don't know where he plays from, but hopefully it's going to be okay. You want to see this amazing micro, which, speaking of which, he's going to catch one of these archers. Yeah, that was ensnared earlier by this camp.
Level 2.5 on the DK here. Out-levels the Demon Hunter quite a bit, who has close-up attack and circled, so +8 and a staff. On the other side, tier 2 is finished. Hunter's Hall once again in time. Double thumbs up for that. We don't see it too often. On the other side, Graveyard is finished as well. No second crypt, no Gargs, and immediate tier 3 tech. So the usual stuff from both players. And the Panda again succeeded twice and never changed a winning team.
Yeah, there's just really not much to do at this stage when you're getting chased like this for 120. Just head on home, start and take it a little bit slower, do some creeping of your own. That's actually that's something that personally I took forever to learn, that you didn't have to take every single fight. I don't know, it wasn't even a pride thing. It's just like every time I saw a fight, I thought I should take it because I didn't see a reason not to. And then that's when you really start to improve. You figure out which fights you're not supposed to take and stuff. And then a great player will know even the craziest fights in terms of positioning, composition, army supply. They will always know which ones they can take and which one they can't. Very rarely will they know, or get it wrong, I guess, right?
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, and Life is now stealing creeps from 1-0 side of the map. Very cool thing to do. There's not too much that the Undead can do at this point. He doesn't have Fiends. He has only 5 ghouls at his army. No level 3 on the Decay, no Lich. So he uses his time well. Now hides from the Undead. Does it work? Oh, this could be a creep jack, man. If he goes for it? No, he's just looking for it.
A sick ninja. He's going to steal the camp as well if he wants to.
So nice.
120 seems confused. He's all over the place. He's like, what the hell? Where is he?
He has to be here somewhere.
Oh!
Oh,
He's going to see him now.
Okay.
Or TP, I guess. Or because if he comes in from behind here, I could kill all the archers.
He doesn't come from here, forces the TP nevertheless. Reveal being used, Panda surrounded, but of course not enough damage at this point of the game.
And that's very important here to force the TP now, because to re-get that, to have to spend 350 gold is quite expensive, and a lot of players, they will prefer walking around without TP than spending that kind of gold early on in the game like this, in which case, sometimes you can make them take a really bad fight for them, where you're going to be able to snipe their heroes eventually and they can get out because no TP, or even the rest of the army, if you can get a group creepjack, which on the Coil, to be honest, shouldn't be happening.
Invis potion for the DK. He knows that Life is going for the Renegade Wizard as well, like he himself did. So can he snipe him with a coil? That would be glorious, and would deny level 3 from the Panda. So big impact from just one coil. Can he get it though? It's only a level 1 coil. He has to be quick on his fingers. Keep an eye on that, and he gets it, and he gets the item. It's a Pendant of Energy. Perfect outcome for 1-0, and he just escapes with ease.
Keyboards have been broken after this sort of action when it's happened to me, man. The opponent gets the creep, the item, which means he gets the experience as well. I don't think so.
Can he block?
Should be able to make it out, especially since he has a potion.
And he's creeping at the same time.
He's militia
So
creeping without militia.
Yeah, with ghouls. So good. Once again,
So
next
close to level 3 now, yeah.
And the Fiends are coming. The statue upgrade is out. Does he have Frenzy already? Yeah, looks like it. And the first statue out. Life on the other side. Still not level 3 on his Panda. He needs this experience badly. But yeah, he's getting the first chop. Has the Invul Potion on his Demon Hunter. And Lightning Shield. Okay, this will be sold, but the Undead is moving in.
Yeah, it could be nice here to steal these 2 guys if he can.
Nope.
Yeah, that goes to the Night Elf. He's got a rejuvenation now. He uses Lightning Shield on the Demon Hunter. It's been a while, I hadn't seen this.
There's no Dispel yet. The Destroyer upgrade is not finished, so he can't do anything with those
Don't
rules
do
at
it,
the moment.
120, don't target the demon. You're gonna take a lot of damage once Spider moves in there. He gets a Naga at the same time. He's trying to force a fight here that he thinks he's gonna be able to do well in, because there's no orb yet and no stuff, I think, for the Night Elf.
That's true. Gets the Archer, but not too much. Maybe he can get us... Nope, gets nothing here, but the Demon Hunter kind of slow. Is there a staff? No, just a staff of teleportation. But no surround, no nothing. They retreat.
Yeah, that would be enough to save him anyway.
Oh, actually, no, that's not a staff of preservation. It's of teleportation.
It's
Yeah,
a
okay,
tele
so
staff, yeah.
he definitely needs to get the other one onto that panda so he can actually do dual staff, you know, in some of these fights.
Yeah, he always goes for that very late in the game. Can he dispel the reju? Yes, he did. Well done.
What did he sell?
Um,
Okay, yeah, whatever. He wasn't the staff of teleportation.
No, he keeps it. Naga creeping up a bit, gets the next Invo Potion, as I mentioned it before. Shop control. The most important thing, I think, on Echo Owls.
Really? I thought I was expanding.
Yeah, I
Which
wonder...
apparently neither player got the memo of.
Yeah, that life is not expanding is quite weird.
They need to play a game against me. See that 5 militia first camp crabs town hall.
Think that's gonna work against one of the
not.
two?
Only one way to find out. I'll play the next one.
Alright, that's a statement.
Just kidding, of course.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad these days. Alright, gonna be trying to get level 3 here onto that panda. He's getting very close, actually. Oh, the one bear that's ensnared.
That's
Stuff is
no
available.
matter.
He's gonna wait for it and stuff.
Well, that was close. But that's gonna be rejuvenation. And how's the Moon Juice situation? Oh, looking okay.
A player's
good.
forces are under
Close to
attack.
50 food, both players are. Level up on the Naga, so almost level 3. This nuke is getting dangerous, man. He has Coil level 2, he will have Nova level 2, and then Fork Lightning. All he needs is mana for it.
So it feels like 120 is making his own adjustments here with making sure he gets that one Naga, has the triple nuke available. And instead of relying on more Frost Worms, you know, like it's almost the same supply, let's be honest. The Naga is 5 and Frost Worm is 7.
But the Naga is there a lot earlier, and therefore you see no expansion for life. Okay, now he's going for it. This might be late. Is he able to defend this? He has 3 bears and 2 dryads. That is not too much.
Player's forces are under
I think he definitely needs more dryads. It was one of the keys to success before. Can he dispel it again?
Oh, he misses.
Yeah, misses the dispel.
The good stuff is used early on. One of those fiends here is taking a lot of damage and looks like he might go down, but he pulls it back at the last second. Bear's gonna go down, but I mean, with ghouls here taking these fights, the next Breath of Fire is gonna do a lot. Healing Squall was super important.
One more Breath of Fire inbound. He gets a lot of slow here. Position would be perfect to get a fire cone out of the panda, but no, he retreats. Once again, very well done by 1-0. Gets it now, but that didn't hurt too much because only level 1 Breath of Fire, of course. And I'm surprised how many ghouls are still alive at that stage of the game. It's very late, and he still has like 3 to 4 running around here.
He's so good at saving them. Much like how TH was very good at saving his footmen, much better than another human player. You know, it might sound easy like this. You're like, yeah, of course, he's one of the world's best, but sure, but not every single world's best players can do these things as well and save this many units that die super fast. You know, it's not like a 10,000 HP mini torrent grunts being saved here, right? It's units that actually can die. All the orc players are gonna hate me even more now.
Ah. They're gonna face you on ladder and be happy again.
Wow.
Panda's getting close to level 3, but there's not too much left to creep. Of course, there's this gargantuan sea turtle, but apart from that, everything is empty. And since his expansion plans got cancelled, he invested a lot of gold into that as well. And can he keep up with 1-2-0's army? I don't think so. It's 70 versus 50.
And Naga's gonna get level 3 no matter what with that last camp too at the bottom right.
If he solo creeps her, I guess. If he shares it by 3, not so much. The orb is the Lich is pretty stacked. Double Gloves of Haste and the Claws and the orb, of course. And Claws +9 is possible here. Let's go. Panda's level 3 finally. Talisman of Evasion, nah, not what you're looking for. Demon Hunter is coming in, but too late. Parrot of Vitality.
You should make like some Back to Warcraft new t-shirt designs, like some funny ones. Like one of them is like a mini map of Echo Isle, and in the middle like a massive shop icon. It's like we're all thinking the same thing.
Alright, we're gonna need some help by some ESL graphic guys, maybe. We're gonna see about that. Any upgrades? 2-0 upgrades already.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's more than you upgraded before when you had an expansion at times. So definitely putting some big effort into this. And I guess the upkeep is one of the main reasons you can afford to do this. But when you have an undead like 120 on 72 supply, And you've only got, so how much does he have? Like 50, 60?
50, I think. He didn't break upkeep
He
yet.
didn't break upkeep yet.
He
Okay,
has
well.
800 gold though. But will he have the time? That's the question. The undead heroes are pretty strong. 333? Oh, still 332. Checking the marketplace here, but nothing interesting in there. Wow, he has to defend this with all his moon juice because he didn't start production yet.
A Moonwell and a low HP Demonter is sometimes all you need to win games, Neo, but I don't know if this is going to apply here against 120.
Well, if he's close to level 6, then maybe that's possible. But with level 3...
Breath of Fire killing Shade would be funny here.
Definitely possible. He's throwing it in now. There we go. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire combo. So lots of misses again. The ghouls are finally gonna die after such a long time. The statue is untouchable.
He has nothing.
The Demon Hunter man. Yeah, what's this?
He doesn't click on Moonwells.
He
GG.
stood right next to the Moonwell. Didn't
And-
save him.
He wasn't even making units, by the way. He had like
Ah.
1,000 golds.
Did he fall asleep? Like, in this game?
Maybe he took the saying "get rich or die trying," and he mixed it up and he gave him like
Got
"die
both.
rich without trying."
All right.
That was so weird. I don't know. I don't know what he was. He was thinking it's a bluff. He's like he's gonna TP out after he attacks. No. Like,
Yeah, but-
you're
but-
just gonna die, mate.
Why would you not go for units here? You know the map is completely empty. You know your expansion didn't work, so that he has to attack your main base, I think, because otherwise you get your free Tree of Eternity expansion then. And that was very, very, very weird.
Nicely done though from 120 to finally bring it back. He didn't let the last two map losses get to his head too much. Stick to the plan here. Echo Isle gets a Naga, get a triple nuke, and then from there he had some good map control, was able to creep more, start winning those fights, and then just do the final attack really with way more army than his opponents.
Yeah, really no defense by 1-0, kinda, by Life of course. Kinda disappointed here, but maybe Echo Isles was just not his map. Twisted Meadows should be a lot better for Night Elf.
Yeah, tell me about it. Still have nightmares of that game against Moon.
Yeah, so many, oh yeah, the Dark
Blood
Ranger.
Castle. You know this game has a nickname in Korea?
Yeah?
They call it Blood Castle.
Okay, because, yeah.
Because he made a castle and then a blood mage, I guess. Like I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, this is one of the most talked games of all time, I think. But,
I'm professional in throwing games. Not just in Warcraft 3. I've had some epic throws in StarCraft 2 as well.
nice that you got
So
that
sick.
for you working. But it's good that you're not salty about it still. When you ask Take, for example, about his game against Podox, where he lost like 134 peons. You remember that on
No.
last Temple?
Really?
If you-
What's matchup?
Night Elf versus Human on Lost Temple, and there was a Demon Hunter with Immolation and lots of Hunters, so he harassed his economy all the time,
Yeah.
and it was 134 peasants killed at the end.
I remember Take as the guy. Didn't Take play with Pink or something? I think
Yeah,
he
always.
yeah,
The
he played
Pink Mountain
Pink.
King.
He played Human, and then he always militia crept everything,
Yeah.
and then just expanded. Like he was like a much worse version than most other human players.
Once again, the shots fired.
He loves it.
All right. I think everybody that is important is in. Okay, we're waiting for some more Chinese streamers.
Positions here gonna be important too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you start getting close position with undead, especially against somebody that loves to enchant or for creeping. That was the case for Foggy, I think. He was close to 120, and then he chose not to even go for the first camp that you go to, like the orange one, towards your main base. Like he knew he was gonna get creepjack for sure, so he just kind of pulled back. But then like 120 was still a wizard and played super well, and the rest is history. So we'll see.
Yeah, of course. This is also called Moon Meadows in China and Korea because there's so many expansions possible here. We saw Moon with 5, 6 expansions. I don't
Yeah.
know
but
if
not many people play like this though. It
Yeah,
must be like
it's
one of
true.
the only ones.
It's a specialty by Moon for sure, but it shows you that it's kind of easy to expand here. Lots of scouting has to be done.
Hey, if you're not human, yeah, I bet. Actually, it's not the hardest, I guess, even as human.
All right, here we go.
Definitely not the easiest either.
Map number 6. Very rare to say that in the Warcraft landscape nowadays. Match points for 1-2-0. Twisted Meadows, no bug in that game, so we're going into this game number 6.
I wonder how many maps we're going to see tomorrow. Imagine we see 9 maps.
Oh boy, that
Nomad Island, Secret Valley, man. What the hell? Like, what
That's
was I
gonna be
even
good.
thinking when I decided this was going to be the best
That's
of?
gonna be
I should have
good.
made it Tranquil Pass and something else. Like something
Oh, hell
ridiculous.
no.
Like, forced first map, Tranquil Pass.
In the Panda TV, they play Tirisfal Glades as a one-on-one map. That's kind of weird. It's
I don't
usually
remember the map, but just from the name, I can tell it's bad.
yeah, it's usually a 2-on-2 map, and you can purchase a big lizard who can stomp.
Oh, yeah. That one
It
was
was pretty funny. Though.
really bad. All right. Let's jump into the next game here in a
What?
moment. We're going to
Yeah,
be playing
okay.
on Twisted Meadows once again.
This is so rare to see this. Engine of War at the natural expansion of life. This is...
And 120 is next to it.
yeah, and that's,
How
that's
you like me now?
That's definitely a bad call for life. He builds this blind. He has no idea where his opponent is, so it's definitely a gamble at the start of this game, and he might lose this gamble if 120 scouts for it. We know his scouting is exceptional, but would you ever scout this position right now?
Well, I mean, he's going to scout the main, and supposedly, right? Maybe. Oh, he's going down the right direction? No. If he scouts the main and sees that there is no Enchant of War there, he's going to scout the obvious spot, which is on that orange spot on the
this
left-hand
one.
side. And then if he sees there is no Enchant of War there, he's going to be like, oh, well, I guess something's going on. Unless he misreads the situation, you know, and thinks that there could be Huntress opener, but like... it's never the case. Actually,
I
he's going in
guess-
the wrong direction. Where is he looking for? Wisps?
He scouts for this Merc camp here.
Okay.
Because he knows his Merc camp is super close, so usually the Night Elves start here to get Shadow Priest early on, and of course the big consumable. But now he sees the Wisp, and now he knows that he must be here. It's a Demon Hunter once again. And I think I have never seen this before. 2 Wisp to repair. Yeah, where is the Engine of War? That's the big question mark above the head of the ghoul now.
Is it? Wait, did he miss him? I think he didn't see anything and he left.
No, he...
Oh, he saw him, you think?
No,
Was he
I don't
close
think
enough?
so.
A player's
No, he
forces
went
are under attack.
through the lake here. So he wasn't even close.
No, I mean like the base. Did he see that the base?
Ah, okay,
cover?
yeah,
he saw
yeah.
it.
He
So,
saw
wait,
it.
he's reading into it? He's headed there with the Death Knight.
Wow. How? Okay, maybe he expects a lap.
Oh, he took
Three.
aura though. He took aura. No Death Coil.
Okay.
That Demon Hunter is very deep here to get Augur in the item. What do you get?
Ring of Protection +3. That's
Worst
of course,
item.
the worst item you could get, exactly. First detonate. And yeah. that's
Even
not-
Frodo would done that one somewhere.
A player's forces are under
Can't
he
do
sold
too
his
much.
TP actually, by
Yeah.
the way.
Can't do too much against this now. Is he committing to a ghoul push? No, he texted tier 2.
And moves out with the ghouls here at the same time. Looking to try and snipe some archers there if he can. Already going to work on that one actually. That's gonna use some of the Moonwell water.
Not attacking at the moment. He doesn't have the lumber for it because he used 2 wisps to repair and lost 1. And he's just straight going for the base. We usually don't see that from 1 to 0, but now that he knows, okay, the tree of the Engine of War is so far away, what can you do?
Oh, can the ghoul get away? Nice block here from the Wisp. The tree is already taking though, so that's going to be one building less that's hitting those units. One of those Wisps died. The aura as well helps the ghoul escape here with a clutch escape. Imagine if he gets level 2 too. That's going to be a bunch of death coils being used, forcing mana burn, which in turn, if you use the Moonwell, uses even more of those.
He lost the 3rd wisp already, I think? Oh no, the 2nd one, alright. But he had to detonate one, so it was...
You know what I want to see? Gargoyles,
Oh,
Island expanse.
Oh yeah, like Hasu-ups.
Yeah, Hazu-up style. Take all the 4 islands, and then when Night Elf finally has 1 Demon Hunter with no hit points and 1 Moonwell left and no units, and you have 100 supply, you can finally go in like Hazu-ups did.
Well, I don't think we're gonna see that, but Twisted definitely a map where you can play it. But I think the Chinese never really did it. They're all like, okay, I go Fiends. Only Fiends. And surround, doesn't stick. Nope. Doesn't work.
A lot of Wisps presence here out on the map, by the way. I see like yellow spots everywhere on the minimap, so once again, Live doing a fantastic job of managing those, sorry.
A player's
How many
forces are
creeps died at that camp, by the way? It was just the Augur, right?
Yeah.
So we could finish that maybe a little bit later, but he's walking with the Enchant of War. Oh, that sheep!
Yeah, he's walking towards the laboratory, so I think he wants to get that instead, but
He doesn't have the
if,
time.
if 120 checks that location bottom right and sees that it's not there, he could go for a creep jack after it, but it looks like he's going to get his level 2 here, guaranteed, with that small orange camp.
Everything is all over the place. There's a little fight here with the ghoul and the wisp. There's creeping here. The Demon Hunter is healing up and will start this lab now, which is of course one of the biggest you could get, and a night item and a chance for a Tome of Experience, which he desperately needs because this Demon Hunter not even level 2, no evasion just yet, but same goes. Oh, that's time we see a Shredder, because he lost so many wisps, he's forced into a Shredder.
Makes sense here. It's going to be pretty useful. Taking quite a bit of damage though, needs to be careful.
Yeah. So
What item? Rune Bracers?
Boots of Keltalas.
I mean, Qualtakas.
Scourge Bone Chimes, also very good for Bears later, so they survive a little
Oh, the
longer.
panda, by the way.
Yeah, and can he get it? Can he surround him? Oh, perfect! Absolutely perfect. Doesn't even need the frost armor. Can he keep this ghoul alive? He has a coil. There's plenty of mana to save this dude.
Welcome to the game, Panda.
Oh yeah, and goodbye. Back to the tavern again. Go finish your ale.
He's just gonna go for level 3 demon here, guaranteed. But all alike, in the same time. Those wisps... Actually, the Shredder. Where's the Shredder? No. Don't you touch him.
Well, this is gonna be a good target. Town Portal by Life now. Perfect timing for 1-0. Canceling the entrance of Lore and maybe losing that wisp. There is that Shredder. There is repair coming though, and a lot of blocking from the Demon Hunter. But he had only wisps, only archers, of course. No dryads. Mass repair on that Shredder. He needs it so desperately.
You know, the funny thing is that it feels like if Demon Hunter chase down on that Naga, he might be able to get her because he has boots, but with 120 it's never even the case because he's just so good at blocking that the unit that you're targeting will be able to get away anyway. So life is not even gonna bother. He's like, oh, I guess go home. I'll let you go, right? I don't have a choice.
We see it here now. Only now starting the lores. Tier 3 tech not even started, and this is almost done. 2/3. And the slaughterhouse is finished. Statues are coming. The pressure is still on. 2 ghouls, DK and Naga. Seems to be enough for this Engine of Lore. Nothing to do against it. There's no repair in that form. And he gets the first one. He gets the second one. This could be the end of life already.
Could be the end of life as we know it. Kappa. What is he getting in the meantime here? 120. He's taking to tier 3, I guess. Yeah. And he's so close to it as well. There's going to be a Lich and an Ore being added on, and from there he can very easily go into some creeping himself. It's Twisted Meadows. Basically, you can get hero 5/5 if you put some good effort into it.
And amazing items, of course, as well. And yeah, still only 4 archers and the heroes. The Panda with only 6 experience. That's ridiculously low. At least the Demon Hunter got level 3. He is the carry for life now, for sure.
Yeah, finally that double lore here. May finish.
One thing, okay, that's not really possible because the laboratory is not finished here at 120's side, but like a zapper into these 2 Ziggurats would be good. To just keep him supply stuck for quite some time and catch up.
You're thinking really far away, man. I don't think that life can cross the map. That's like saying, like, how about a ghost cloaked with a nuke? Like, you know? I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but I guess, like, maybe someday.
I don't see... It did get it, though, but the steals the big portion of mana.
Yeah, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
It not only takes that away from the Death Knight, he's also gonna have it on his Panda that ideally should get to level 3.
And Rune Bracers again. He's gonna be very happy about that. Finally, he skips on Dryads, right? Okay, there's 1, but usually he goes for at least 3.
It's all about those bears, man.
Okay, at the early stage when there's a lot of ghouls, I agree. And of course, Reju on that Demon Hunter is...
Is it just gonna attack here with this? He's 120, he's grouping up.
I think so. Yeah. He has Frenzy, I think Destroyer form. Is it finished?
Yeah, he's not making anything. I think he just bought a bunch of items. What is it? He got a healing troll for everything, so I guess he wants to negate the first good breath of fire or 2.
It's still level 1.
He catches a bear. That's going to be staffed immediately, but that's going to mean that there's no other staff available, so he just goes to attack the building, and then when the heroes come, he goes and surround them. Nova is available. He's going to have to pop that invuln here.
Oh boy, use it immediately. Nice breath of fire, of course. Still a big mischance. Nova onto that bear. This will go down most likely. He surrounds the panda again. Second time. And yeah, there's no way out. And he dies. Oh boy. Gets a ghoul in return, but what's that for a trade? It's a bad trade, of course. Now
he
the
can
destroyer
cancel
is
that.
up.
Oh,
But no, he misses again.
You had one job.
Indeed. But he makes so many good things. I think it's excusable to miss this dispel once in a while.
Oh, and the Demonter is going to be forced to buy a potion. He doesn't have the money. I don't know. Like, he has to tap out. And just like that, we're going to see 120 move on to the Grand Finals, where we will face TH00 in an epic Grand Finals. Life goes out after a 2-4 score, but a great series here between these two.
Life ends here, and but it was still a great performance of his before the two tournaments before this, the WCA Chinese Qualifier 3 and Panda TV Invitational. He both dropped out in the group stages, and here he showed some very surprising and promising performances. But yeah, 1-2-0 versus TH. What a dream final tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, we have your human side, we have my undead side. It's
I don't know if I would compare my human to your undead, but...
Well, you don't know how I play.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think it's better for
It's going to be a great finals here tomorrow. I almost feel like maybe we should have had a third place match, but in the future, if I do more tournaments, maybe I'll include that, because that would have been pretty good to have Lin take on Life as well.
Lin versus Life is indeed a very
Maybe next time, but tomorrow is just going to be the grand finals. It's going to be a best of 9 starting at 5 p.m. Central European time. So I'm not going to name all the time zones every time. Just Google it if you're from somewhere else than Central Europe. So thanks to you guys again for tuning in. This is the bracket here and all Chinese Grand Finals, TH000 120. It's all about those numbers, isn't it?
Indeed. The best human at the moment, the guy who improved so much over the past 2 months, TH, of course, former world champion, faces 1-2-0, 20 years old, and such a dominating performance so far in this entire tournament. Knocking out Lin and Fly off the group stage, then Foggy in the quarterfinal, now Live. But it's not going to be Night Elves, not Orcs against him. It is human.
Yeah.
And it's an entire different matchup tomorrow.
And the prize pool, by the way, is still growing. I think the last that I checked, without like adding the latest few donations and stuff, for the first place we were at like $3,580. Not bad at all.
No.
For one of these two. Second was $2,148, and then third and fourth place was $716-ish. So that's what Lin and Live go home with.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Indeed, they can be pretty happy about this. Yeah, and I think it's time for them, well, maybe not to party. They will both be a little sad about this outcome. But I can't wait. Who's your favorite tomorrow?
120. You know what?
Okay.
Because if he wins, then I'm happy. My favorite, my prediction won. But then if he loses, then human won. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
we all win. No, I think it's going to be cool regardless of who wins. I think like they're very well matched up. Hopefully we don't have like a one-sided series. Hopefully we see Nomad Isle and Secret Valley as well, which are going to be in the map pool. And yeah, that's going to be it. Any final shout-outs here before?
Well, if you still don't have enough of Warcraft, you can head over to youtube.com/backtowarcraft and watch tons and tons and tons and tons of VODs from all the tournaments that we did this year and last year. I think we covered 95% of all tournaments across the entire world. So plenty of stuff to watch, and of course like our social media at backtowarcraft and facebook.com/backtowarcraft if you want to stay up to date with the current Warcraft scene.
Okay, so we went full sellout here for the last shout-out. Thanks to you guys for tuning in.
Have to seize the opportunity, right?
We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central European time for the Grand Finals. This was the Ting Warcraft Invitational, and I'm ToD, and from Neo here. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.